Mr. Speaker, Order 6 provides for privileges. And Order 6 provides that in so doing, one should clearly state the laws that were breached. And so, Mr. Speaker, I stand on Section 39(1) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and Article 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, as a representative of the people, I have a source of communication with my constituents. I have a source of interaction with Nigerians. But in moving this, I must, with every sense of responsibility, Mr. Speaker, commend the step you took this morning concerning this issue of ban on Twitter. Very proactive, very timely, very apposite. But, Mr. Speaker, my concern is that as a Nigerian, and for several other Nigerians out there, the implication is that for 10 days that we have given our committee to work, that this breach will continue. And we don't even know how long thereafter that our interaction with the executive arm will last. Mr. Speaker, whilst I agree with the submission, with the position of the leadership of this House in toto, I will only want to add that for breach of fundamental human rights, particularly right to fair hearing, right to freedom of speech and expression, that we should urge the executive arm in the interim, I use the word urge, the executive arm, in the interim, to reverse this order, pending the outcome of our interaction with the executive arm. So
Thank you, Honorable Chinda.
Yes, sir.
Let me very quickly, so that we can move along, refer you to Order 9. It shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon the substantive motion of rescission. The matter has been sent to the relevant committees to investigate and look into the issues that you are talking about, and they will report to us within 10 days. That is what we're, even if we have brought a motion here, we would have referred it to the same committee, and your motion may even have been killed, we don't know. So this way, we have even saved the day. The institution will look into it. In 10 days, we'll know what action to take. And you have not complied with the Order 9, Rule 6. You're ruled out of order.
Mr. Speaker,
Please resume your seat. You know the rules better. You know how to come back. You know the...
we continue to tweet.
Please,
we are with Nigerians. And if the Attorney General wants to...
if you want to go. Go.
Where is it? Chair Clark. Where is it here? Where is it? I don't see it in my... Honorable Gagdi.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my name is Yusuf Adamu Gagdi. I represent Panshinkanke Kanam Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, I come under Order 6, Rule 3 to 7. To explain on a matter that I stormed on during my reading on the pages of newspaper and other print publication, particularly the Prime Times of Nigeria. I so move, Mr. Speaker. And the thing is simple. I saw it clearly on the print media, Prime Time, that Nigerian lawmakers threatened to ground plenary if Gbajabiamila and other members prevent debates. It's a fundamental breach on my right as a member sitting to represent the people of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, what just happened is an insult to the Nigerian people that elected us to be here, and it shows that it is pre-planned. If the prime time have published that members of the National Assembly elected by the people of Nigeria who ought to be fighting on the killings in the four angles of Nigeria, who ought to support your leadership in coming up with summit and other programs that is aimed at finding a lasting solution to the killing in the north, in the south, and in the four angles of this country, will come together to say that they will frustrate our effort toward ensuring that Nigeria live well, toward ensuring that we have come up with legal framework that will ensure the safety, the freedom, the peace, the protection of lives and properties of this country. It is very unfortunate. Mr. Speaker, some certain group of parliament cannot suffocate an arm of government and cannot consider Parliament of Nigeria as a department of the executive arm of government, where they turn the decision of this house the way they want to do. Mr. Speaker, your speak volume. The matters of urgent public importance moved by honorable members, including my brother from Benue, Francis Abo, where he clearly pointed out that an action meted by some group of people, IPOP, that killed an individual in Benue State, and the consequences was meted on innocent Benue citizen that knows nothing about the killing. Mr. Speaker, it is high time we become disciplinarian. It is high time, Mr. Speaker, this parliament become a parliament of law and order. It is high time, Mr. Speaker, this parliament show good example as a people-oriented parliament and a product of the people of this country. We are seated here, Mr. Speaker, serving governors, calling the parliament, they see no need, instigating Nigerians that conference should be conducted when under the leadership of the Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Senate President, we are mandated to make any adjustment that will better the lot of this country, and we allow ourselves to be torn like a toy. Mr. Speaker, I pray that these privileges that is being broken, this plan by some section of lawmakers that perhaps they don't understand why their people voted them here, must be investigated. We are not interested, Mr. Speaker, I myself, I know my constituents, how many of them operate Twitter. I am not appreciating or approving the actions of the government since it is under investigation by your leadership. But again, we must not agree with the conspiracy to come and stop sitting simply because something did not favor you. I am a Nigerian, Mr. Speaker. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, and I don't say it in my mouth, I mean it in my heart. I promise to be loyal and honest to this country. How many of us, does our conduct as a parliament to publish some of these things in the print media and come to display it here, portray to us as parliament that really read the national pledge? Are they loyal to this country? Mr. Speaker, I'm a Nigerian, and I have hope that one day Nigeria will live in peace with one another. I have hope that one day Nigeria will be a peaceful country. I have hope that I have not failed as a parliament. I move, Mr. Speaker, that this action must be investigated, must be referred to a committee on ethics to investigate why publications come and why action followed after the publication. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Matter. It's unfortunate that seasoned parliamentarians who should know better decide to follow a different route, whether to play to the gallery or for whatever reason. But I believe that as parliamentarians, we have a duty and a responsibility to do what we believe is right. We have set up an investigative, we've sent this matter to 4 relevant committees: Security, Information, and Culture, ICT, and Justice to look into the matter and report to us in 10 days. That's what we are supposed to do as parliamentarians. We're supposed to hold a balance, to checks and balances, but you cannot check and balance until you know and you unravel the truth. And that's exactly what we have done. At first, I thought it was a partisan move, but I'm so glad, and I'm happy to see several members of the opposition still here in chambers with us, and I commend you for your non-partisanship. Thank you very much. So we'll move on.